All right. So when I went to college, I had nothing. And I mean nothing. I had just lost my mom maybe like a month before school. And then there was a fire at our place. So I had lost basically all my belongings starting off into college. I had nothing. College was all I had. It had to work. It had to go well because I didn't have any other options. And on my very first day of school, on move-in day, my mentor had helped me move in. And when we were going in and out, we came into the room. My roommate was there with a friend of his. Now, when we walked in, we smelled this odor, this familiar odor. It was the devil's lettuce. It was the cannabis, the marijuana. First day. And so, me and my mentor kind of, said our hellos, pleasantries to the roommate and his buddy who was with them. And then we left, and went to go grab lunch. Now, what they didn't know was that my mentor was a Prince George's County police officer. So it was the wrong time, wrong place. It was just a stupid idea overall for them to be smoking weed in the dorm room the first day of school. And so my mentor leaves, and I spend the rest of the day pretty much out and about, walking around the campus, getting to know some folks. By the time I came back to my dorm room later that night, I run into the RA who tells me, you can't go to your room. You have to go down to the police station. I'm like, police station? You sure you got the right guy? Like, what, I just got here. What are you talking about? So I go down to the police station, and when I walk in, I see my roommate and his friend, and both of them are making threats to me, like, we're going to whoop your ass, we're going to beat your ass. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I had no clue what was happening. So I get pulled into one of the rooms, and one of the officers tells me that marijuana was found in my room in our shared dresser, which made no sense. There were two guys, there were two dressers. Why would we share one of the dressers? Well, basically, someone had called and said that they smelled marijuana coming from my dorm room. When they came and checked it out, they searched the room and they found the weed in my roommate's dresser. And he told the police officers that it was my weed and that we shared that dresser. The dumbest lie in the world. They barely believed them, but I guess they had to go through and, make sure, do their due diligence. Luckily, my mentor, without telling me, had called the station on his way home and told him what he saw, smelled, and witnessed. So they end up kicking my roommate out of school. They clear all this stuff out. He's gone for the rest of the semester. I have the room all to myself. It was great, and that was that. End of that. So I thought, because later on that year in the winter, it was actually the Super Bowl halftime. I was with my best friend, Carlo, and we wanted snacks. Well, Carlo wanted snacks during halftime. So we run out to the local 7-Eleven. And on our way in, I hear, "What's up?" I look, and there's a guy looking at me with very threatening eyes saying, "What's up?" And I'm confused, like, what, and then he says, yeah, what's up? And I was like, oh, hi. And he says, no, what's up? And then it all came flooding back to me. I'm like, oh shit, this is that roommate guy. He must live around here. I had no idea. And then his threatening manner, I could tell this dude wanted to fight me. So I told him, hold on, wait 1 second. So I go into the store. Carlo's already at the aisle, and he's grabbing snacks, chips and all that stuff. And I'm like, hey, that's my roommate outside, and I think he wants to fight me. Carlos paying me no mind. He's busy grabbing Doritos or whatever the hell else he's doing. So I go back outside, and my former roommate is saying to me, yeah, you snitched on me, and you got me kicked out of school, in a very, very threatening way. And every time he says a word, he takes a step closer to me. And I'm like, look, man, I didn't tell on you. You tried to get me kicked out of school. It was all I had. And every time he says something, he takes another step closer. So I use my imagination and I look at the ground and I draw a line. And I say to myself, if he takes one step over this line, I'm going to knock his ass out. And just like that, he said one more thing. Yeah, you tried to get me. And boom, I go off. I start pummeling this guy. I was basically taking all the anger, him trying to get me kicked out of school, everything that was going on in my life, and I just used it all to basically demolish this guy. I mean, I don't fight all the time back then, but this one was my best performance by far. And then all of a sudden I hear I hear a voice say, "Stop." I turn around and a cop who must have been in the store, I don't know, getting maybe snacks of his own. He comes out and tries to break up the fight. I turn around, I see Carlo there with all his snacks as well, and he's just laughing his ass off because he must have seen some of what was going on outside. So anyway, the fight ends. It was pretty much a one-sided thing. The cop makes us get in our car and drive off. That guy had to walk away. Carlo's still laughing his ass off, head outside of the window, laughing at the guy. And I'm thinking to myself as we drive off, sometimes when people go over the line, they deserve an ass whooping. Thank you.